Between uncomfortable seats, overpriced snacks, and turbulence, flying can sometimes be the least enjoyable part of a trip. But there are several hacks to make your flight more comfortable and enjoyable, which is what we're going to talk about in this video. I'm Tom from Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and ringing that bell icon for notifications. The Pack Hacker team has done more than enough travel to know what drinks to avoid on the plane and where to sit on board for maximum comfort. And we're going to share all that info with you, plus more in this video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful, and let us know which videos you'd like to see from us next down in the comments below. Let's dive in. Although there are many factors, the time of day in which you choose to fly can make the difference between a bumpy or a smooth ride. Morning flights may have less turbulence because storm winds are more likely to occur in the afternoon. Evening red-eye flights can also experience reduced turbulence because the wind speed's lower at night. Plus, flying overnight means you get to snooze on the plane and wake up at your destination. My favorite. Beyond just the time of day that you choose to fly, you should consider where you'd like to sit on the plane as well. Seats in the middle of the plane by the wings generally experience less turbulence. Sitting in the back of the plane means it'll be longer for you to get off. However, you're closer to the bathrooms and flight attendants for faster service. Meanwhile, seats at the front of the plane mean faster deboarding, so consider paying more for first class or priority if you have a connecting flight with a short layover. Once you've decided the area you'd like to sit on the plane, decide which seat works best for you. Sitting by the window can mean more comfortable snoozing and dreamy views, but you'll have to bother your neighbors to get to the bathroom. Meanwhile, the aisle seat offers flexibility so you can come and go as you choose. Personally, I like to sit on the left side of the plane aisle seat so that my right arm has a little bit more room to use my laptop. If you don't mind waiting for the perfect seat, you can use the Expert Flyer app for real-time updates on your flight's seating chart. Then use your airline's dedicated app to swap out your seat if you notice a row that isn't filling up or seats closer to the front are still available. This method is kind of tricky because you have to wait for the other passengers on the plane to get their seats. It can be worth it to get an entire row to yourself though. If you're traveling with a partner, book the aisle and window seat. This way there's a higher chance to end up with a row to yourselves, since people are unlikely to book a seat in the middle of two strangers. And if you have a stranger sitting between you, you can always offer them the window or aisle seat instead, which is much better than the middle seat anyways. One of the best tips to get through TSA quickly is to carry a sling to dump your pockets into before going through security. Slings are also convenient during your flight. Just pack one up with your phone, earbuds, Nintendo Switch, and whatever else you need to stay entertained, and wear it for the duration of your flight. This way you don't have to reach under the seat in front of you to grab your stuff. That said, we know that slings are polarizing, and there are a couple of other alternatives if you don't like them. If you're flying with only a personal item backpack, put the items you'll want easy access to in a pouch close to your bag's zipper, so you can grab it without getting the whole bag from underneath the seat. You can also hang a tech pouch filled with your essentials off the back of the seat in front of you with a hero clip, so it's always within reach. This way you'll never accidentally leave anything behind in the seat back pocket in front of you. That last hot tip came from Criscient in the Pack Hacker Pro community, so shout out to them for that. Pro is a welcoming, like-minded community of experienced travelers who are always sharing hacks, tips, and tricks for a smooth ride. Joining Pro gives you access to community-driven information, giveaways, exclusive content, and our deals vault with discount codes for a variety of gear brands. So check out Pack Hacker Pro with the link down in the description below, and let's get back into the tips. Airplane drinks and food are notoriously expensive, especially when meals aren't included with your ticket. You can save some cash by bringing dry goods like instant oatmeal, soup, or ramen on board and asking the flight attendant for a cup of hot water. They're usually happy to oblige if you ask politely, but you can also get one for only a few cents at most fast food restaurants at the airport. We always bring an empty bottle of water too, so we don't have to pay for bottles at the airport that generate waste. To take it a step further, you're technically allowed to bring frozen water through the TSA line to drink later as it thaws. This can be handy for long flights. Just make sure it's completely frozen with no slush when you're going through the airport security so it won't count against your liquid limits. If you really want to save on costs, get a base fare ticket with a budget airline and just take on a personal item. Forgo carry-on and checked luggage completely. A personal item bag has to fit under the seat in front of you, but different airlines have different size restrictions. We made a whole video on this exact subject to help you figure it out, so check it out at the link down in the description below if you're interested. If you travel frequently and don't do so already, consider taking advantage of airline lounges, which offer complimentary snacks, Wi-Fi, and comfortable seating, it's a great experience while you're waiting for your plane. You can gain access with credit cards by paying for a premium membership or a day pass. Some of these options are more expensive than others, so make sure to look into it and do some math and see if it's worth it for you. We don't actually mean to check your bag since we love doing carry-on only. We just mean to be mindful of where you put it in the overhead bin. When possible, it's best to put your bag in the bin either in front of you or directly above you. If you place the bag in a bin behind you, you'll have to wait for the people behind you to deboard before you can get it. We also recommend bags that aren't too rigid so they can squeeze into those overhead bins when they start getting full. This is one of the reasons we prefer traveling one bag style with a travel backpack or personal item over a hard rolling suitcase. Your pack should also have pockets that are easy to access even when the bag is under the seat in front of you. This means opting for bags that have quick access pockets on the top, like the Evergood CPL28, as opposed to on the front of the bag. The same goes for a laptop compartment. A bag with a laptop compartment with a horseshoe zipper will be more convenient than one with a vertical zip. Planes are notoriously cold, so dress in layers so you can adjust your temperature accordingly. Wearing thicker items like sweaters, scarves, or jackets on the plane means that they won't be taking up space inside of your bag too. That's a win-win. Our staff writer Randaya also swears by compression socks as they keep your legs warm and improve circulation if your legs and feet are prone to swelling. If you do wear a jacket on your flight and you don't end up needing it, consider rolling it up to use it as extra lumbar support below your seat. This will make your longer flights more comfortable as airplane seats don't accommodate the natural curvature of your spine and prolonged sitting isn't great. You can also use the blanket or pillow provided by the airline for this. Also be mindful of how mask, a hat, or other headwear is positioned on the back of your head too, in comparison to the seat. You won't be able to lay your head back comfortably if an adjuster or a thick piece of material is right behind your head, so choose accordingly. As much as we love jumping on a plane and jetting off to a new destination, it's no secret that planes can be a breeding ground for germs. High foot traffic and infrequent deep cleaning are a bad combination, so make sure you pack antibacterial wipes. We've seen airplane trays used for all sorts of weird things, including changing of a baby's diaper, so make sure you wipe it down before you use it for snacks. This goes for the seat and airplane bathrooms too. Packing wet wipes to freshen up quickly after a long flight is also a good idea. When it comes to air quality on the plane, keeping the air vents open will help filtrate germs and keep your skin from getting dry in flight. Yes, it can get cold with the air vents open, but that's why we recommend bringing an extra scarf or a sweater. And you may have heard this before, but consider skipping the ice when getting a drink on the flight. Most airplane ice cubes come from the water tank, which may not be cleaned frequently, leaving you prone to consuming all sorts of bacteria. Speaking on what to pass on, you can avoid certain beverages that leave you feeling dehydrated or with an upset stomach. This includes staying away from carbonated beverages on your flight and in the airport prior to boarding. The high altitude and changes in cabin pressure may cause the bubbles to expand in your stomach, which can be uncomfortable. This is especially true if you're prone to having issues with indigestion or bloating. We hate to be fun suckers, but you may want to avoid alcohol too, since it can leave you dehydrated and fatigued upon arrival. Try sticking with just water so you can begin your adventure fresh after touching down. Now that you know which beverages to stay away from, there are a couple of other things to avoid that can make traveling by air uncomfortable. If you typically wear contact lenses, opt for glasses instead to avoid itchy eyes, since the stiff air may dry them out. And if you wear it, consider going without makeup, especially on long-haul flights. It may smudge, especially if you fall asleep. You're better off packing a few essentials in a sling so you can step off the airplane looking and feeling fresh. Though staying warm on board and packing your own food may seem obvious, we have a couple of other expert-level hacks to make flying better. For example, if you can't afford business class on an international flight but still want more legroom, upgrade to the first row of economy, which is cheaper. These seats are required to have enough room for a bassinet and often have the same amount of space as a first-class seat. However, it's probably a good idea to bring noise-canceling headphones in case there is someone in the row traveling with a baby. Depending on your airline, there's also Economy Plus and Comfort Plus, which are often cheaper than first class. Also, sometimes all you have to do is ask, and the airline staff is more than happy to help you out. If you have a connecting flight to catch, let the airline counter attendant know when you check in. They may move your seat towards the front of the plane so you can get off faster, as long as you show them proof of your next flight. So there you have it, 9 expert-level airplane hacks to make your next flight better. If there's a tip that you have and we missed, please let us know down in the comments below, because remember, some of the best tips come from you, the Pack Hacker community, right here on YouTube. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.